Kansas City is the most complete, new, and exciting guide ever made about the greater Kansas City metropolitan area. This in itself makes it unique. Plus, it's Kansas City's first travel video. This neoclassical building holds one of the most comprehensive art museums in the country. The best of professional theater in Kansas City. This home was used as a field hospital by both Union and Confederate forces during the Battle of Westport. A professional Actors Equity Theater performing for children and school groups. Replica of an early 1900s farm, including a petting zoo with farm animals, nature trails, gardens with fruit and vegetables. Also a picnic and playground. This historic site, built in 1865, was used as a stagecoach dining stop on the Santa Fe Trail. The fort was erected by William Clark of the Lewis and Clark Expedition. It was to function as a trading post for the Osage Indians and to house soldiers who guarded the new Louisiana Purchase. Originally built in 1833, Joseph Smith and other church leaders were imprisoned in this jail. Site of the first outlaw act by the Jesse James Gang. Features a fully equipped 1860 woolen factory plus the owner's house, outbuildings, and a cemetery. And this restored mill is one of America's few 19th century factories, but its original machinery is still intact. Originally a Methodist mission for Indian children from 1839 to 1862. After it was closed, the buildings were used as Civil War barracks. 3 buildings include many original pieces. Restored birthplace of Jesse James with original furnishings. This pre-Civil War mansion was the home of Jesse James' daughter. Contemporary art exhibitions and lectures by visiting artists. One of the oldest cemeteries in the region. Many of Kansas City's founders lie here. Features over 80 antique furnished dollhouses and a wide variety of antique toys. War I memorial, you can get a panoramic view of Kansas City from 217 feet high. This Civil War site, now Luce Park, is located where the bloodiest segment of the Battle of Westport took place that Sunday morning, October 23rd, 1864. And now, it's the setting of one of the most beautiful rose gardens in the country. Is a small town on the banks of the Missouri River offering a variety of craft, gift, art, and antique shops. Features 19th century weapons, wagons, stagecoaches, and sleighs. America's largest and most varied collection of agricultural artifacts. An 18,000-seat outdoor amphitheater featuring special events and concerts by famous recording artists. In 1843, the first jail was built in the territory of Kansas. It stands today in Old Shawneetown. All the buildings in Old Shawneetown are furnished with items and furniture from that period. restored 1920s movie palace is now a performing arts center with nationally known acts. The first ferry crossing of the Kansas River from 1861 to 1878, as well as the first civilian post office. This home escaped being burned by the famous Order Number 11 during the Civil War. Museum, you're liable to see anything, and it's anyone's guess how many things there are to see. Victorian mini replica of the governor's mansion in Jefferson City, Missouri. Artifacts relating to the life and career of President Harry S. Truman and the story of the Truman administration. This Victorian mansion was built in 1862 by Bess Truman's grandfather. A 30-room lavish mansion of Second Empire Victorian style. And State Line shopping area is enjoyed by everyone, especially the antique enthusiast. The home of Missouri artist and politician George Caleb Bingham. This exquisite Art Deco building, constructed in 1937, includes the world's longest mineral water bar. Foremost museum and research center on the exploration and settlement of the West. These homes were moved here for preservation of early Mormon architecture. Inside this house are many items needed to run a household and farm during the late 1800s. Share a bit of colorful history at one of the oldest continuously active distilleries in the United States, founded by the stagecoach king Ben Holiday in 1856. Free tours March through November. Was born in 1897 in the southwest bedroom on the second floor. Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe was born in Atchison on January 30th, 1859. On May 25th, 1872, the first passenger train left Atchison for Topeka. This forest overlooking Warnock Lake is made up of trees from all the 50 states and 41 foreign countries. This historic jail once held Frank James, John Younger, and William Quantrill. Regional History and Science Museum, and the only public planetarium in Kansas City. An outdoor amphitheater that presents Broadway musicals and contemporary concerts with nationally known performers. America's first shopping center. It offers exclusive shops, elegant dining, sidewalk cafes, many special events, carriage rides, art fairs, and its very special Christmas lights. solar calendar used by ancient Indians to tell the seasons. Reconstructed 1800s village site with buildings from Clay and Platte counties. Special events include a frontier festival, Civil War reenactments, candlelight tours, 1800s Thanksgiving dinner, and hay rides. Collection of animals, many in native habitats. In addition, there's Touchtown for small children. Train, elephant, and pony rides are available in season. This tour, and you can watch candy being made. It's a breathtaking view from the observation deck of this 30-story building. The region's largest professional orchestra with 80 musicians explains the history of money and banking in the United States, plus changing art exhibitions. This sculpture won a gold medal in the 1915 Panama Pacific Exposition in San Francisco and was purchased by Kansas City for $15,000. Life-size displays of village life in prehistoric times dating back to 200 BC. A site where President Truman spent part of his boyhood and later returned as a young adult. shops, many good places to eat, special events, and great nightlife entertainment. Stroll through this rustic crossroads village and encounter the peace and prosperity of the era that preceded the border and civil wars. Missouri Town, 1855, is a recreated antebellum farming community. All its homes and places of business are original structures from the 1850s, and was moved to this site to depict life in rural western Missouri. Throughout the year, there are special reenactments. Is where the first sermon in Kansas was preached to white settlers. This three-story native sandstone castle was the first home of Baker University. The school gives visitors a glimpse at education at the turn of the century. Facility featuring horseback riding, barn parties, rodeo events, hay rides, horse shows, barbecues, square dancing, and more. This site was once part of the Boone Farm.